The Education Endowment Foundation Toolkit defines mastery learning as breaking curriculum units into clear objectives which are accessible for all and are worked on until achieved. The aim is to allow all children to achieve mastery, ensuring pupils have a deep and full understanding of each subject taught before moving the class onto the next unit of work. With those who achieve mastery by demonstrating understanding through various forms, they move on to enrichment activities to gain greater depth, found within the highest tier of Bloom's taxonomy. Those who are struggling to achieve mastery will receive corrective activities. The corrective activities act as a motivational tool, offering further opportunities for success. However, Kazoo highlights that students will not all progress at the same pace, which is a limitation, as students who have already achieved mastery are required to wait for those who have not yet demonstrated it. This is usually children of a higher attainment achieving before children of a lower attainment. The EEF Toolkit looks at different approaches to learning techniques, considering research evidence, cost and effectiveness. The EEF considers mastery learning to be a low-cost approach, with moderate to strong evidence strength to support their conclusions. Mastery learning provides all children with the same learning opportunities. Carroll, however, highlights the importance of perseverance in mastery learning, stating that a student is unlikely to achieve mastery in a particular task if they do not have the motivation needed to focus on learning. This proposes a problem for both higher and lower attainers. Lower attainers may have difficulty trying to reach mastery, potentially losing their perseverance over time if they do not understand the learning content, whereas higher attainers may feel that by achieving mastery they have learned everything and may not be motivated to achieve the deeper learning. Mastery learning stems originally from Bloom's mastery learning model, which gives a step-by-step visual aim on how to work through each unit of work in order to achieve mastery learning. Bloom's introduction of a taxonomy pyramid works alongside this mastery learning method. This allows teachers to recognise how well each learner has understood the learning content. Instead of memorising and stating basic facts, Bloom's taxonomy aims to provide learners with deeper thinking skills through further analysis and understanding processes, such as valuing and supporting their own work. Teachers are encouraged to assess for learning rather than of learning, an approach influenced through Bloom's work. In the form of formative assessment, mastery learning requires teachers to provide explicit, targeted feedback. Alongside this, mastery learning strives for children to gauge a strong understanding of their own progress, leading to self-reflection and evaluation. But in order for this approach to take place effectively, the teacher must have sufficient knowledge and training of mastery learning. The class must also have a clear understanding on how they could improve their own work. Horton recognises a concern commonly expressed by teachers is the amount of preparation that is required in order to teach a successful unit of lessons. Other factors that contribute towards effective teaching of mastery learning within the classroom include feedback, teaching assistance and skillful time management. However, if teachers don't have the range of skills mastery learning demands, it can lead to little or no impact. The EEF Toolkit found mastery learning can have an impact of up to 6 months gain, demonstrating the inconsistency amongst teachers and pupils' understanding of the approach. This suggests there is a high demand of skill required from the teacher for mastery learning to be made effective and consistent. Recognising that mastery learning coincides with Bloom's taxonomy is essential not only for teachers in order to recognise pupils' abilities, but also necessary for children to be aware of, allowing children to independently develop onto the next stage of their learning as they are encouraged to evaluate their own work, leading on to self-critiquing, ultimately achieving higher order thinking. The use of a visual pyramid can be seen as an essential within the classroom, as it adheres to all learners, enabling progress to be made amongst all children, ensuring the teaching standard to provide well-structured lessons is met. The learning pyramid could also be seen to tie in alongside visual aids within the classroom, as it classifies approaches to learning based on students' ability to retain information and encourage children to practice doing and teaching others, both of which are methods allowing children to put their learning into practice, thus moving the class onto the next unit of work through the use of a range of methods. It is important to reflect on how mastery can be applied within lessons. Hewitt recognises that adopting a mastery approach within teaching can be difficult, as studies have found variation in definitions, leading on to inconsistent teaching within the classroom. Recognising this, Ofsted have had to reassure and clarify how schools should be explaining such an approach. With this in mind, online resources such as the National Centre for Excellence in the Teaching of Mathematics provides helpful tips on how to apply mastery within maths lessons. These applications can be used within other subjects across the curriculum, where the teachers feel the class would most benefit. The EEF Toolkit, alongside various studies, highlights the importance of restrictive use of mastery techniques to ensure effectiveness in key subjects. Here are some top tips on how to make mastery learning effective in the classroom. 1. Plan well-structured lessons that promote high-quality outcomes. 2. Allow children to apply their knowledge to wider context. 3. Set weekly targets with specific objectives. Children can work towards the targets at their own pace, but will always have something to strive for. 4. Give the pupils a reason to want to further their understanding. And finally, number 5, make topics visible in all learning spaces.